The Young and the Restless, Y&R, noticed that Melody star Thomas Scott recently opened up about one of the highlights of her early years on daytime television. Many fans do not know this, but in fact the actress was a guest at the General Hospital. Here's what you need to know. In a new interview with Soap Opera Digest, the publication pointed out that Melody at one point had actually played babysitter Jeannie Francis on the General Hospital. When asked what she remembers most about her experience at Port Charles, Melody said, "I especially remember wondering, who is this woman currently playing the role of a mother? She looks completely different from the curling woman I practiced with me in front of the camera that morning. I have never made soap before and know nothing about pre-seduction blocking format. All these years later, I'm sure many of our young, new Y&R actors are wondering the same thing about me." Reminiscing about her long career on daytime television and of course, Young and the Restless, Melody makes no secret that being a soap star has definitely affected her life. Many ways. She said, "Y&R has influenced my world process in many ways. It has profoundly changed my life, not only giving me a great job, but without Y&R I would not have met my husband or had children, so I am indebted to the late Bill and Lee Bell for giving me the role of Nikki." Outside her room, Abby warned Phyllis via security cameras that she wouldn't drink champagne and forgot that she was trying to play her. But she entered the room with a bottle. Inside, she searched, found a nanny cam and unplugged it. Satisfied with herself, she was silent. Then, she found a note that read, "Good play, riskiness is in your blood. I know you better than you think." Phyllis comes and thinks Abby is happy. At the club, Lily and Tracy agreed that they enjoyed their experience very much. Nearby, Elena is worried about the cost, but Amanda likes the idea of a women's-only club. Abby came in and said it was a pleasant surprise. All agree with Phyllis' greeting, they're worth it. In another room, Amanda and Elena have a whirlpool and a pedicure bath. Elena admits this is her first time. Amanda teased that her toes had to look like they were dating a billionaire. They joke around and stick together because they don't have many friends. After massaging, they talk about Billy taking a risk and Nate being a snake man. Elena thinks that Nate is gorgeous and teases Amanda. They rejoice over their initial difference and decide they are girlfriends. Phyllis arranged the decorations at Grand Phoenix and sighed, "Ready, ready, we're going." Nick sees Summer working in the fields in the Crimson Lights and advises her to check her email. He grinned as she read the invitation. Nick goes to the clinic and advises Elena to let someone do something for her. She found an email invitation in her inbox when he left. At the association, Abby and Nikki discussed Victoria taking over Newman and Nikki as COO. Abby left and Nick appeared asking his mother to check her email. Nikki didn't care because the invitation mentioned Grand Phoenix, but he explained that it was the perfect escape. She read, "A night of fantasy and infatuation." Nick left, and Abby reappeared. She also had an invitation but was not interested. At Chancellor Media, Lily urged Tracy to accept her offer of employment, but she needed more time. Nick appeared and invited them to the women's exit. The women tickled pale. At Grand Phoenix, Nikki and Summer arrive, confused as to what is going on. Summer is working and Nikki insists she put her phone away. Lily and Tracy entered, wondering how well Phyllis would serve them. Lily thinks she can. Elena appeared, and Abby arrived with Amanda, who was surprised when Abby was invited. Abby is looking for his investment. Phyllis welcomes them all. She has designed each of them a unique escape route based on their preferences and wants. After the women disbanded, Abby questioned her instructions and teased "Have eyes." Phyllis advised her to just go with it. Abby calls someone to inquire about the new security camera as she tries to get past her mistress. Finally, she knew they were outside of her room. In their room, Tracy and Lily were enjoying their tea. Tracy recalls taking Colleen out for tea and tears in her eyes. They talk about Colleen. Tracy is very grateful that she has Lily as a best friend and feels she will be proud of her. Talk to Billy. Lily thought they had a breakthrough working together and Tracy decided she wanted to work with them. Lily is very happy. She treats Colleen like her sister and loves Tracy. In another room, Amanda and Elena have a whirlpool and pedicure tub. Elena admits this is her first time. Amanda teased that she was dating a billionaire. They joke around and stick together because they don't have many friends. After massaging, they talk about Billy taking a risk and Nate being a snake man. Elena thinks that Nate is gorgeous and teases Amanda. They rejoice over their initial difference and decide they are girlfriends. Outside her room, Abby warned Phyllis via security camera that she wasn't going to drink champagne and forgot that she was trying to play her. But she entered the room with a bottle. Inside, she searched, found a nanny cam and unplugged it. Satisfied with herself, she kept quiet. Then, She found a note that read, "Play well, adventurousness is in your blood. I know you better than you think." Phyllis comes and thinks Abby is happy. Nicky gasped as he opened the door of the room. Before long, she sat at the piano with the song Sonata for Nicky. She started playing. Then Phyllis opened the door and clapped her hands. "This is really amazing," exclaimed Nicky. At the club, Lily and Tracy agreed that they enjoyed their experience. Nearby, Elena is worried about the cost, but Amanda likes the idea of a women's-only club. Abby came in and said it was a pleasant surprise. All agree with Phyllis' greeting, they're worth it. At Grand Phoenix, Phyllis wondered if she'd answer and plan to work one more night for women who don't do like Victoria and Sharon. Summer urges her to relax. Soon, Phyllis received messages from the women, all of them, even Abby. Rank, Young and Restless are inside and they suck. Many fans found the show boring. Months left, they had time to refine their scripts. So we have to wonder if Josh Griffith and the writing team hit Tiger King and draw pictures with numbers. After more than 4 months of re-airing of the classic, you'll expect fans to return with new episodes of Y&R. In the first new episodes, we have battles in the hotel, confirming that Adam Newman accidentally killed a guy as a child and Victoria Newman as CEO. These are things that Young and the Restless fans already know or frankly don't care about, for the most part. That's why they lose almost 1.4 million views per week. How do they come up with new details that disappoint many audiences? Ratings are not available for the next week of new Young and the Restless episodes, but based on fan comments on social media, the show doesn't seem promising. With all the time figuring out strong new plotlines, it seems CBS writers have failed. Here are 5 ways to fix it. Young and the Restless continues to bring us the anger of Adam and this childhood killer. It is true that Mark Grossman is talented and it is a pleasure to meet him with this beautiful documentary about his film Emmy. But, no one cares that Adam made some holes in his destruction in Kansas a million years ago. They don't do and push a lot of that in the face of viewers on Young and the Restless won't get them interested. And what if Vicky blabs? Nobody prosecuted Adam for that, so even the law didn't care. Ignore the conspiracy and bring Adam back to Dark Horse, making his sister's life miserable. And just when you think Y&R can't get wood, they hand over a dinosaur skeleton. First, you can't easily buy dinosaur bones of any size online. Second, a paleontologist would immediately know they were an installation because they would be museum-like clean and not dirty in peaches. Of course. Do Young and Restless think fans are mute? Not so. And they are adjusting. Why not let Phyllis Summers and Abby Newman fight Chancellor and stop the horrifying hotel plot? Maybe Y&R used Courtney Hope wisely when they chose her. Young and Restless is a GH-like central business program that revolves around hospitals and B&B around the fashion house. But that doesn't mean we need to sit in business meetings and watch the deal dry. Yawn. The Office is a great place for problems, secrets, and lies. Return to Judith Chapman as Gloria Abbott in Young and the Restless and watch the sparks fly. She excelled at the company's conspiracy and could be a welcome addition at Jabbo to the younger generation following Jack Abbott. And maybe pair her with Jack again. One obvious weakness on the current Y&R is the lack of meaningful conflict. The best conspiracies require a bad guy. There are no real villains in the city of Genoa right now. So let's bring one back. You choose to go. How about Sect Master Ian Ward to torture locals? Let him burn everything again. If not Ian, what about the cruel Mark Guanicelli on Young and the Restless? He's a great villain, and you can say he's recreated that gag deer, so he's the perfect man again. Why not let Marco come back to torture Phyllis, Jack and get the money back for Victor Newman? Young and Restless are also squandering Victor's successor. They supported him in the plot to kill Adam, this rebellious child that few people like. And by removing Victor from Newman, they knocked him out. So why not sharpen them again and take him into Dark Horse with Adam? Now, Victor is so mad at Young and the Restless that Victoria severed his company. So why not reclaim her mojo and teach her a lesson by pairing up with Adam? That way, she could have a CEO seat, but without her dad's approval, that's what she really wanted to end up with CBS Soap. Will Y&R change everything and save itself, or continue to cycle in relation to this? We have just shared some big leaks about the casting process about Danny Romalotti and Drusilla Winters, but more changes are needed to prevent a drop in ratings. The Young and the Restless airs weekdays on Y&R. Check out your local listings for times. Also, let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. In the meantime, don't forget to check back right here for all the latest news, updates and disclosures on your favorite daytime shows including The Young and the Restless.